there. Today we are going to explore the tech tool Popplet. Now, Popplet's been around for a bit, but they have revamped this tool and it is absolutely amazing. So if you're looking for a new way to really collaborate, not only with your students, but have students collaborate with each other, Popplet is a great go-to. Now, the thing about Popplet is it's not video-based. So when students are conversing through this tool, it's very visual. So if you have learners in your classroom who really benefit from the visual approach to learning, or they like to brainstorm a lot, or they like to see pictures, if that helps them learn, then Popplet is a great tool to learn about and tap into. Now, Popplet comes with two versions, a free version and a paid version. I have the free version, and I believe you get about 12 to 13 free Popplets. They have increased that number just a bit in recent times. I noticed on my account there were a couple of more freebies than I had been used to, but I do know that some districts also consider purchasing Popplet as well, because once you get started, there are so many things you can do with it. So having the paid version will allow you to create as many Popplets as you want. So let's go ahead and walk through this process. Now, when you go to popplet.com, you'll see that right up here, you will have to make an account. So once you do that and you have your account, you will get a notification that tells you that your Adobe Flash Player or PDF creator needs to be updated. So just go ahead and click update when that comes up for you. It happens nearly every time to everyone, and it's something just to be aware of with this tool. So you're in the right place, you're doing it correctly, you just need to accept that and update the Flash Player. It happens a couple of times throughout this tool, which is not ideal, but there definitely is that workaround. Okay, so let's jump in. The first thing you need to do when you're in your account is you'll see all your Popplets that you created, so yours will grow as you become more familiar. To make a Popplet, you simply click on this button. Now, before we get there, I did want to show you some example Popplets. So this tool does a really nice job of giving some innovative ideas about how to use the tool. So I'm going to pull up this one. This is a public Popplet, facts about the Earth. Now, here's how this was used. Let's say the teacher gave the student a picture of the Earth, and Jared, the student here, just wanted to brainstorm some things about the Earth, what he knew, maybe any questions he had. So Jared could actually upload a picture of the Earth, and then he could create these little popples, very fun word to say, branching out from his picture and start that brainstorm. Now, what's really cool is he could also continue on to this Popplet here, and he could add more popples about, let's say the Earth is 4.54 billion years old, and he wanted to expand upon that. He could create more popples extending as well. So you can really grow with this tool. It's very easy to move the items as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out, and I'll show you all of the features that it has. So to make a new Popplet, you simply click Make a New Popplet. We're going to practice this with just a topic that has been surfacing around the last few weeks. We're going to call it Supporting Students During School Closures. Okay, now we're just going to brainstorm a little bit, and I'm going to share this with one of our colleagues so that you can see how to collaborate. If we pick a color, just call it pink, make it so, you're going to have this blank canvas to really work on. Now, let's double click. I double clicked to create a popple, and again, there's no limit on the characters you can do inside here, so I'm going to expand upon our title. How can we support students during closures? What kids need. Now, in order to expand upon it, like you saw in that earth example, I'm just going to click this button and I get another Popplet. Let's say they need access to resources. Now, in order to change the color, I just click that little rectangle and choose another one so I can color code some of these, and I can expand upon that. So access to resources, maybe I need math materials from home, I'm thinking about. Maybe I need books. Now remember that image you saw in the center of the Popplet? Here, if you click on the upload things button, you can upload from your computer or the internet as well. So it's pretty neat. Now you will notice that my name is tagged on these Popples. Up here with this little wheel, this is going to be your settings. So you can go to settings and you can change some of what you can do here. So for example, you can duplicate it, you can print this, you can organize it and all of that. Again, you can play around with what you'd like. You can do presentation mode, and there's different ways of sharing it as well. So if you want to change something like that view and whatnot, you can simply go to your settings and play around with that as well. Okay, so there's a couple different things you can do. Now, what we are going to do is practice sharing this with someone else. So on the Zoom here waiting, I have Jennifer, who works at our office. She's going to model for us how this can be collaborative. So what I'm going to do here is go to my share button, and I'm going to add a collaborator. All right, only collaborators can edit this Popplet. So it's a little different than a Google Doc, where if you have on your settings, anyone can edit and you can just share the link and you're great. You actually can't do that on Popplet. You have to add a user. So here's her name. So it bumped over to invitees. I'm gonna add them. Now, what's happening behind the scenes is Jennifer is accessing her email to accept that invitation. And once she gets in and she accesses the Popplet, she's just going to add a couple of popples just so you can see how that works. And we'll see her name popping up and the work she's been doing. Now, while she accesses that, I did want to mention, when you share the Popplet with someone, you need to make sure they have a Popplet account. So students will have to create a Popplet account, and they will be able to go ahead and get collaborators onto the Popplet. And before I was able to get Jennifer's name there, I had to type in her email as well. So that's something else to think about. It does take a little bit of setting up on the back end, but you can definitely do that. So you'll see Jennifer's contributing here. You'll notice she's making her popples large and small so she can do all of that. And then you'll notice here, I can move around this Popplet. So we can make this graphic organizer interactive. We can do all of that. Okay, so there's just so much potential with this. We can put pictures in, like I said, with that box. We can change the text size, we can center it. So again, it really provides this opportunity to make a nice, clean graphic organizer. So you'll see Jennifer's name on there too, so I know who authored it. Now I'm gonna get out of this for a second. And when you look here, you will see some of my completed Popplets. This is one of my favorite ones. This is about a RAF task for differentiation. So it shows you that, again, as you're working through this tool, you can get some nice clean images, some great graphic organizers. It prints really nicely too, which is awesome. If you export that as a PDF, it really does have a nice print to it, and I use them a lot for facilitating. So again, just wanted to bring you that tool. If you have questions, please let us know, and we will see you soon.